Okay. Hi, this is IceBlue333. Currently, it is June the 27th, 2025. These days are running into each other, and I've been working on this video for like a week. So let's see here. I think I stopped on the last video in regards to Usher Vance. She needs to be very careful around the dates between July 15th, 2025 and August 5th, 2025. Because the astrology looks crazy for her. JD Vance, he will react to something in regards to a partnership or whatever, but I don't see anything inside of Usher Vance's chart in regards to anything except for Jupiter hitting her ascendant. And what I found out while editing my videos or whatever is that on January 1st, 2024, Usher Vance, her progressed Saturn, I believe it squared her natal ascendant. So something could. I haven't seen this happen to anyone because I haven't researched it fully, but any progression that involves Saturn is bad. So I've never seen progressions kill, but this progression is already hit, and she could just be under the influence of it. Something in regards to her physical being is could be being restricted, or something could go bad with it. And what's concerning about it is that if you look at a progressed chart now, progressed Saturn, I believe, is just roughly zero point zero 0.04 degrees away from that square to her natal ascendant. And now transiting Jupiter is going to conjoin her ascendant on the 18th of July, I believe. So that could be a major event in regards to her overall being. So let me get back to what I was saying about Usher Vance, but I don't think I said too much after this. But she needs to be careful, especially traveling long distances, but also short distances away from home as well, because the the conjunction of transiting Mars conjunct transiting Ketu in the sky, which happens on July the 22nd, 2025, it's going to happen in her third house, and Jupiter is going to hit her ascendant, and Jupiter has something to do with long distance travels, and the issue is that her ascendant is Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. So her moon, I believe, is inside of the fifth house, but it's also surrounded by malefics. So that is very dangerous, especially with this progression of Saturn in her progressed chart, making a square to her ascendant. She should be very, very careful. Okay. Okay, and let me continue with this. Pretty much, what has me also concerned about Usher Vance is the fact that JD Vance, he I mean, just right after the three strikes in Iran or whatever, those locations, JD Vance, he made a speech, and during that speech he jokingly shot a bird into the crowd. And the thing about it is that if you are, I mean, if an Iranian or like a radical person was watching that and couldn't speak English, that could look terrible to them, and they could become radicalized just by that image alone. But also, Donald Trump, um, he had an interview as well, and they were calling him daddy inside the interview. That could radicalize some people. So, like I said, everyone around Donald Trump, his entire circle needs to be very careful, especially Usher Vance, but JD Vance as well, and Carolyn Levitt, because I don't have her birth time, and Melania Trump as well. I just his entire circle needs to be very careful. Um, yeah, because like I said, his let's see here. I'm making this video after I recorded a lot of stuff, so and this is a whole other day. But on the 22nd of July, Donald Trump, the transiting nodes will square his nodal axis. And so that's a karmic event for him. And he's already under the influence of his progressed moon aspect in his Uranus, which is shocking. But not only that, you have Caroline Leavitt. The transiting node, she's going to have a reversed nodal return. And so that's going to hit on July the 26th for her. And then also, I believe Pete Hegseth. Let me see here. He on August 3rd, 2025, Pete Hegseth's progressed moon is going to conjoin his progressed Uranus. This is all extremely powerful astrology. Something huge is about to happen. So, okay. I'm just gonna say this. Pretty much natally she has K2, Pluto, and Mars conjunct the ascendant lord, the moon, in the 5th house. And that's bad in itself. But also on the right in the beginning of the 6th house, she has Saturn there as well. So her moon is like trapped between all these malefics. And so she needs to be careful when like I said, between the dates of July the 15th and August the 5th, 2025. Because that is a dangerous time for her to be there, especially when she's in Trump's circle, and pretty much Jupiter is hitting her ascendant. And Jupiter is not always just good, you know? So let's see here. So that's on the 18th of 2025. Jupiter will conjoin Usher Vance's natal ascendant. Now, on the 21st of 2025, JD Vance's his progressed ascendant and his progressed midheaven, it changes signs. I don't know what that means. So that's one thing. And then the next day, transiting Mars will conjoin K2 or the South Node in the sky. And that's on July the 22nd, 2025. Now, let's see here. Caroline Leavitt, she will have a reverse nodal return on July 26th, 2025. Okay. And while editing this video or whatever, pretty much I just found out that on July the 22nd, the transiting nodes in the sky, they will square Donald Trump's natal nodes. So there's a huge influence on something blowing Trump up in regards to his status and career, and it's a square, so it can't be avoided. And like I said, since his progressed moon is making an aspect to his Uranus, it's gonna be shocking. Whatever it is bad and shocking. So, yeah, you add the screenshot here, and yeah, okay. So all I'm gonna say, because I'm looking at Caroline Leavitt's chart, and I said she's gonna have a reverse nodal return on July the 26th, 2025. She may end up having a report on something that's just insane. So that's one thing. And like I said, on June the 20th, 2025, when transiting Mars conjoined her natal sun, she had to report on the Donald Trump Iran strikes or whatever. So something absolutely crazy and shocking would definitely happen around the 22nd of July 2025. So just be careful. And the thing about Caroline Leavitt, the reason why I'm so interested inside of her and watching her is because she's 27. Her Saturn return has just began. So this is a major period of time for her. But another thing is that since she's the press secretary, she has to always be somewhere around Donald Trump to get the information that she needs to provide to the press. So I am worried about in regards to Caroline Leavitt's safety or Leavitt's safety and Usher Vance's safety because yeah, I just don't know what is going on here, but this is just weird to me. So let's see here. Now that's July the 26th, 2025, in regards to Caroline Leavitt's reverse no return happened. Maybe there will be like some huge news that comes out and she just has a report on it because this is right after the transit Mars conjoining transit K2 in the sky, which tends to have something to do with terrorist attacks or something terrific happening. So the next date, July 23rd, 2025. I missed the date. Well, but on July 23rd, 2025, this is very important. Pete Hegseth, his progressed moon will square his progressed nodes. Meaning there's going to be a karmic event that goes on with this man as well. And I think he's like I think he's over the well, anyway, I'll probably post a picture to say what he is and etc. But he's a very important figure in Trump's circle. And that's on July 23rd, 2025. And then on July 28th, 2025, J.D. Vance, his progressed moon will oppose his natal Venus. And this is a powerful progression as well because the thing about it is that when my progressed moon conjoined my progressed Venus, I found the person who I pretty much liked, and I mean I've never met anyone else that was better than that person. So I can only imagine what an opposition is, and then looking at Usher Vance's chart, and the transiting Jupiter conjoining her ascendant, there's no telling what could go down with that. So I don't know if he could lose his partner or lose Usher, or who knows, maybe he might get a promotion. I'm trying to look at something positive, but this does not look positive. So it looks shocking. It looks shocking, and usually when something aspects Uranus or whatever, it's not good. So let's see here. I said the other influencer who I took note of, and I found their chart and found that they had a Rotten A rating for their chart was Roseanne Barr. And see, on August the 1st, 2025, she would have a progressed new moon. Where her progressed moon will conjoin her progressed sun. And so this is a big deal for Roseanne Barr as well. And I think I've missed Hillary Clinton. She's going to have the same astrology that happened during the Monica Lewinsky scandal, that where her progressed moon is going to aspect, I believe, her progressed Mars. And like I said, that could be a big day for Hillary Clinton as well in regards to being bad. Terrible, really. Because, like I said, the last time it happened was the Monica Lewinsky scandal. And lastly, what I have written down here is on August the 3rd, 2025, for Pete Hegseth, his progressed moon will conjoin his progressed Uranus. This means absolute shock. It's a conjunction. Something so shocking happens that he's just like shook. So whatever's coming around July 22nd, 2025, it's going to be absolutely shocking. It's going to be shocking for the Republicans, but terrible for the Democrats. So that's that. Yeah. But this entire ordeal, for some reason, it's making me think back to what happened on, I think, December 4th, 2020. when I believe there was a car accident in regards to, I think Brian Kemp's, well, I think it's Kelly Loeffler's staffer, but it turned out to be Brian Kemp's daughter's boyfriend that ended up getting killed inside of a car situation. I think it happened on December 4th, 2020. Um, and I think this was right after Brian Kemp. He said that he was going to call for a vote audit on, I think, sometime around the time December, because I think when Donald Trump lost the election in 2020. So I don't know this. I don't know the astrology of that situation, but it's just the astrology that I see that's playing out now for July 22nd, 2025. I just had I'm reminded of that for some reason. So yeah, let me add a few screenshots to that situation that happened in October here, and here we go. Okay, so I'll finish like this. Pretty much everyone in Trump's circle, including Donald Trump, needs to be very careful around the dates of July the 15th through August the 5th, 2025. Um, I'm more so concerned about Usher Vance because, like I said, progressions, they show when people react emotionally to a situation. And so I see Donald Trump reacting to something. I see JD Vance reacting to something. I see Pete Hegseth reacting to something. And I see Roseanne Barr reacting to something. But I don't see a reaction from Usher Vance. And like I said before, progressions, I've never seen progressions predict death before. And so Usher Vance, I don't see a progression in her chart. But then again, I could be wrong. That's what I'm just saying. Everybody inside of Trump's circle needs to be careful, even Trump, because I could be wrong about progressions not predicting death. But I just know something shocking is going to happen around, between the dates of July 15th, 2025, and August 5th, 2025. I said that Hillary Clinton, she may be restricted by the government or possibly go to jail. That could be the overall situation, but I don't know. I just know that something shocking happens around those dates. Um, let's see here. Yeah, even Carolyn Leavitt, she has a reverse nodal return happening on July 26th, 2025, during her Saturn return. It's like something huge could happen. The issue is I don't have a birth time, so I can't see exactly what it actually is. So everybody just needs to be careful. Between the dates of July 15th, 2025, and August 5th, 2025. And Usher Vance does not need to travel long distances at all. And she just needs to be protected by something. So I'm going to stop right here. Bye.